Hey everyone, it's that math magician. On this video, we're going to take another look at trigonometry and we're going to see a bunch of tangent examples. This video is dedicated to you looking at 6 different triangles here and having to use tangent to find a missing side of these right triangles. Remember, in order for us to use tangent, we're going to need to have an angle that we know, our reference angle, and at least another side to help us set up tangent. So, for this video, I will show the setup, I will work through the math, but I will not be putting the final answer into my calculator. That'll be up to you to figure out. Again, as you're working through these problems, you can always pause the video, try it on your own, and then unpause to see if you set it up correctly. Remember, that's the way we learn, trying it on our own, not just by watching me go through 6 different problems. So with that, let's jump into this first problem. We're going to start with triangle A over here, and we're going to see, can we set up tangent for this triangle? We have a missing side x. We have an angle that we know. We know that this angle here is 34 degrees, and we know that x is the opposite side from that angle. Remember, we want the opposite side to help us set up our tangent ratio. So we're going to use tangent of our angle. Our known angle here is the 34 degrees. Just a quick reminder, we never set up tangent with the 90. The tangent of 90 degrees is not doesn't exist. It'll actually put an error out on your calculator if you try that. But tangent of 34 degrees does exist, and it's going to equal now the slope of this triangle. Remember, opposite side goes on top, x over the adjacent side of 20. Once we're at this point, remember we put the left side over 1 to create a fraction so that we can cross multiply. So let's go ahead and do that. X times 1 is going to give me x, and I now know that x is going to equal, we will cross multiply the other side, 20 times tangent of 34 degrees, and again, this is the point where you are going to enter that into your calculator. I am not going to punch that in, but I know you can do that on your own. You're going to type in 20 times tangent of 34 degrees, make sure it's in degree mode, and you're going to write your answer right there. That's how you set up tangent. Tangent of the angle, get the opposite side over the other side, the adjacent side, and then cross multiply and solve. That's it. That's how we set up tangent. Perfect. Let's go ahead and move to part B now. So for part B, again, we have a right triangle. We have our reference angle. Here's our reference angle of 52 degrees. We see that our opposite side ends up being 15. Let's go ahead and set up our tangent ratio. So we're going to have tangent of our angle here, 52 degrees. It's going to equal the fraction. Remember, opposite side first, so 15 over the other side, the adjacent side, y. Remember, you always want to put that opposite side on top. Don't be ashamed to draw that arrow. I still draw the arrow in when I'm doing these problems because it just helps you quickly identify what your opposite side is. Now remember, put this guy over 1. Let's cross multiply and let's solve this out. So y times tangent of 52 degrees. That's going to give me y times tangent of 52 degrees. And it's going to equal, let's cross multiply the other side, 15. Again, look what's happening here. We don't have y by itself, right? Y actually has something stuck on it. We can't just put that into our calculator. We want y by itself, but right now y is being multiplied by tangent of 52 degrees. So for us to get rid of that, we just have to divide both sides by tangent of 52 degrees. Again, you want to show every step along the way as you're solving these problems out. Every step is meaningful, and every step is going to give you points when you're working on a quiz or a test with your teacher. Now I'm dividing both sides by tangent of 52 degrees. These are going to cancel out. That's the whole point. We wanted those to get off the y, and so then we're just left with y, and it equals 15 divided by tangent of 52 degrees. That is what you're going to punch into your calculator, and then you're going to figure out what y is. Again, I'm not going to do that step for you, but you can definitely do it on your own. 15 divided by tangent of 52. Awesome job. Let's go ahead now and jump over here to C, and we will see if we can set up problem C. So we're looking here. Again, what's our known angle? Our known angle here, our reference angle, is 35 degrees. The opposite side here is 7. So let's set up our tangent ratio. We're going to go ahead and write out tangent of 35 degrees is going to equal a fraction, as always. Remember, opposite side on top. What's my opposite side here? Well, it is 7 over the other adjacent side, x. Put this guy over 1. Hopefully we're getting the drill by now. We need to cross multiply. So we're going to do x times tangent of 35 degrees. And that's going to equal 7 times 1, which is just 7. Again, look where we're at. I can't just punch that into my calculator. I don't know what x is yet because x is attached with tangent of 35 degrees. So how do I get rid of that tangent of 35 degrees? Well, I just have to divide both sides by tangent of 35 degrees. Doing that is going to let the left side cancel out, which is what we want. And now we'll be just left with x equaling 7 divided by tangent of 35 degrees. Again, I'm not putting that into the calculator for you, but you can certainly punch that in. 7 divided by tangent of 35, you'll find your missing side of x. Again, hopefully this is starting to click in for you. We are just setting up tangent. Tangent of the angle that we know equals opposite side over the adjacent side. Alrighty, let's go ahead and move over to problem D now. Problem D, another right triangle, another reference angle, another opposite side. So let's set up tangent. All right, tangent of my angle, 25 degrees, is going to equal a fraction. Opposite side is y. The adjacent side is 26. Put the left side over 1. We cross multiply. We solve this out. Y times 1 is going to give me y equals 26 times tangent of 25 degrees. This is the easy part. This is the easy way that it gets set up. Because look, now I just enter into my calculator. 26 times tangent of 25 degrees. You're going to end up with what your y is. Notice we don't have to divide here. This is a problem where you just enter that into your calculator because y was by itself when we cross multiplied. So punch that in, get your answer. You're ready for the next 2 problems. We got 2 more to go. Let's finish this out strong. All right, where's my reference angle here? Looks like it's 32 degrees. Draw the arrow to the opposite side. It's x. We can set up tangent now. Tangent of my reference angle, 32 degrees, is going to equal a fraction with my opposite side on top, x over 10. Put this guy over 1. Let's cross multiply another time. All right, x times 1 gives me x equals 10 times tangent of 32 degrees. Look at what this is giving us too. Again, an easy problem where we can just punch into our calculator 10 times tangent of 32 degrees. You punch that in correctly, you're going to get the missing side of x. Perfect job. All right, let's go ahead and do our final problem here of the 6 problems that we started with. Again, our reference angle is 65 degrees. Our opposite side is 18. Let's go ahead and set up tangent. So, tangent of 65 degrees equals a fraction, opposite side on top, so 18. The adjacent side, y on the bottom. Let's put the left side over 1 so that we can cross multiply. Y times tangent of 65 degrees is going to equal, cross multiply the other side, 18 times 1. Alrighty, look here. This is not the easy one. We can't just punch that into our calculator. Y is not by itself yet. Remember, we have to get y by itself. So what do? Well, we divide by what's on the y, tangent of 65 degrees. Dividing both sides cancels out the one on the left. So now I'm just left with y all by itself. And what does it equal? Well, it equals 18 divided by tangent of 65 degrees. Punch that into your calculator. Again, you have your missing side of y. So look what we were able to do for this video. We were able to set up tangent for every single problem here, and we were able to solve it out. Now, I do want to draw your attention because there really are 2 types of tangent problems. There are tangent problems where you are multiplying to get your final answer. And then there are tangent problems where you have to divide to get your final answer. And often when I'm teaching this to students, they always try to figure out which one is it? Is it the multiplying one or is it the division one? Because the multiplying one tends to be easier. And I want you to look at those yellow highlighted answers and then sort of try to figure out what did those three problems have in common. And as you're looking at that, I hope that you start to realize, I want my highlighter. I hope what you start to realize is the opposite side for those three problems were always the variable. You see that? When the variable is the opposite side, then our tangent problem's a little easier because we're just multiplying. Now look at all the orange highlighted problems. Do you see that their highlighted side or their opposite side are the ones that have numbers and not the variable? So that's a little hint for you. If your opposite side is a variable, then you know you're going to multiply. But if your opposite side is a number, then you're going to have to do the division problem. It's that Math Magician, and I'll see you on the next video.